Hey guys, I guess it's time to tell that story about this time when I was in Africa. So anyway, it goes like this. There I was, Mozambique, 1997.
Mr. Finger,
What?
I have 5 minutes and I need to learn how to use a spreadsheet right now.
Really? I can help. Okay. 5 minutes to learn how to use a spreadsheet.
5 minutes.
Okay. Well, just sit back and I'm recording. So we'll just record this. Okay. So, hey guys, this is a spreadsheet. So you probably want to know how to use 5 minutes. Gosh. Okay. So you probably want to know how to use a spreadsheet. You start out, you go to Google Drive and you click up on this piece right here. Okay. You click up on this guy that says Google Apps, and you click the one that says Sheets, this green one, and that will pop this screen open. You click blank to open a blank spreadsheet. These are all templates if you really want to do that. Okay. So blank spreadsheet. And I've already opened one up for you. So here we are. Let me use the focus mouse tool and I can show you the different parts. So these are the columns of a spreadsheet. Remember, columns run vertically and they hold up the porch on your house. And these are columns in a spreadsheet. This one is named column D. This one's named column E, and so on. There's a column for each letter of the alphabet. So then these are called rows, and each one of these rows is named with a number. So this is row 3, this is row 5. You get the picture, you're smart people. Where columns and rows intersect is a cell. So this is the cell, all right? This cell is named B5 because you say the letter and then the number. So that's B5, this is C7, and so on. This is called a range. So this range would be B3 through C8. And you would write that as B3 colon C8. So that's spreadsheets to start with. You can widen, you can adjust the width of these cells. So here's I just widened up. There we go. There, just widened up the cell. So A is really wide. That's pretty easy to do. You can do the same with rows. I'm going to scroll down here. Here's, and you can also delete rows. So I'm going to highlight all of these here. You can delete cells as well. Highlight them, right click on the row header as I did. And then you just go down to delete rows. You can add rows, delete them, whatever. Okay. So delete those rows, and that brings us to here. All right, so Finkbinder's General Store. Here's some text that I've inserted in. And here's some items that we want to buy from Finkbinder's General Store. We want to buy 2 wagon wheels, 12 bottles of sarsaparilla. I guess that would be a 12-pack of sarsaparilla. 10 pounds of hardtack, 10 pounds of salt pork, some mule shoes, and a jackknife. And this is the price for each one of those. Now I can go through and I can select these and I can tell them to be different formats up here at the top. So I'm going to say format as currency, and that makes these into dollars, makes them very easy to understand. So now the next logical thing I want to do is I want to combine these 20 times 2. In my mind, I could just say, hey, that's 40, dude. Pretty easy. 45 times 1 is 45. That's not hard. But the problem is, what if I go back here and I change and decide I actually wanted 3 wagon wheels and 0 plows? These numbers don't update for me. So let's come up with a better solution for this. Let's go. So what we're going to do is to tell the spreadsheet that we're going to start using math, we're going to click the equals button. We type equals, and then we click on the things that we want to multiply. So equals the C3, and then I'm going to say, notice I hit the star button, the asterisk. That means multiply. So multiplied by B3. So that's how we set up a math problem. Doesn't matter what order those in. I could type them in. I could use my arrow keys to select them. I'm just using the mouse right now. Hit enter, and it gives us the total. That's pretty obvious, but I could also change these. Maybe I want 4 of them. That's going to, notice that updated the total. I'm going to change these again. I'm going to put it back to 2, and notice that updates the total again. So I want to make sure that we get that. So I'm going to go equals. I'm going to click the cell, and I'm going to go multiply by, and then click the other cell, enter. That's pretty good. We want 1 plow in this case. So see how that changes? That changes the cell as we go. Now in this corner of this corner, I'm just going to copy and paste this in, and paste it again and again. And there's actually an easier way, but I'm not going to show you yet. And there's a whole bunch of things we can do. All right, so now we have totals for all of these. I want to total up the column. there's a really easy way we could do this. I could pull out a calculator and I could type in the numbers, but that would be foolish. That would make no sense at all. So instead, what we could do is we could say equals, and then I could say this one plus this one plus this one, and we could just keep doing that. But there's a much easier way. Type equals sum. A sum is an answer to an addition problem, right? So I'm going to go equals sum, and then I'm going to select all the things that I want to sum up. I'm going to select a range. This range is pronounced D3 through D10. And hit enter to finish it off, and notice it gives me the total. I can go back here and I can buy one jackknife instead of two, and notice it changed the total for me. Pretty slick. What about sales tax? In my Old West store, we have a sales tax of 10%. Okay, so I have a 10% sales tax. So what I can do is I can say equals this cell times, it's the same thing, this cell times this. All right, there we go. And so there's my sales tax, and then I'm going to go equals this cell plus this cell. Now, why did I use a plus instead of a sum? If you've only got a few numbers to add together, it totally makes sense to use a plus. If you have a whole column of numbers that you're adding together, it makes more sense to use the sum. All right, that's about the only answer I've got there. So there you go. This is Spreadsheets in 5 minutes and edition 1. All right, there we go.